Welcome back, everyone, to Piney Plays the Alchemist. I have finally arrived to Bitterspine Palace, and let's see if I can get inside. You try the gate of Bitterspine Palace, but it refuses to budge. Then you remember where you are. Perhaps if you were to speak politely to this Feywild door and explain why you are here, it might let you in. "Oh, door, I seek a frosted cerise flower. Please let me in." Alright, I guess I will see if that works. Let's go in, where we're going to get a frosty reception. Now let's see if anyone's home to...
You have arrived at Bitterspine Palace, home of one of the Prince of Frost's vassals. You proceed with caution. Whether you're expected by the Baroness or not, the Prince of Frost's cold reputation is known throughout the Feywild.
Cold reputation. I wonder why. Oh, yeah, that's right. There's supposed to be a ball here or something, isn't there?
The Prince of Frost stands before a throne overlooking the crowded ballroom, the Baroness beside him. However, the third throne on the dais stands empty. The air chills as the Archfey points a finger toward you.
Why have you disturbed me with your presence, Outlander?
"If I may, my prince," says the Baroness, "a connection in the summer court sent word of the Outlander's arrival. I have granted them an audience with me. I assure you, they will not disturb the ball."
That's nice that she is willing to let me speak with her. I shall. Baroness Hilda Bitterspine and the Prince of Frost. He looks rather nasty. I can see why he has a cold reputation, and that doesn't even take into account his bluish skin, the frosty cloak, or anything like that. You're Pine Flask, aren't you? One of the other worlders who arrived in our lands? I am Baroness Hilda Bitterspine. I preside over practical matters surrounding this part of the court and this palace. You're here because of the frosted cerise, yes? I don't know who told you, but the prince cannot know that it's begun growing again. He will be enraged, and my welcome sorry will be burned. Ooh, really? Interesting. So, he doesn't like it, maybe because he knows its connection with the spell? But exactly what are you talking about? Oh, you didn't know then? Well, now that I've been made such a fuss over the issue, I might as well fill you in. The Frosted Cerise is an ancient bloom native to the Bitter Spine Mountains. When the Prince of Frost claimed the region for his domain thousands of years ago, he destroyed every last one. Anytime anyone has seen the flower since, we've been told to destroy it. Which is exactly what I tried to do earlier tonight when I noticed one blooming in the Aurora garden. But, for some reason, as soon as you pick the flower, it crumbles to ash and re-blooms in the snow. I locked the garden doors to keep the prince from seeing the flower. Our court advisor, the Jinn Ausha, has the key. Feel free to get it from him and investigate the blossom yourself. He usually hides it somewhere while we dance. I will check the windward balcony. The entrance is upstairs, above the palace entrance. Oh, and just don't disturb the party. Alright, I'll track down the Jinn then. Why is there an empty throne? Oh, the prince graciously allowed my husband's throne and all others as personal artifacts to remain as they were, as a reminder of what happens when you speak against him. Likewise, I have been allowed to continue ruling in his absence. What happened to him? I suggest you leave that topic alone, especially while in earshot of you know who. Alright, yes, I get your point.
A frosted cerise has miraculously sprung up inside the Aurora garden. You're told that Osha loathes extravagant parties such as this one. He's likely to be avoiding the crowd somewhere, perhaps out on the windward balcony.
All right, yeah. So it looks like they are not much of a ball with only 6 dancers, but okay. Oh. Ah, let's see. Where did she say to find him? I better look this up again, just in case I missed something. Ah, that's to the south wing. I need to go to the western balcony. And the western balcony
This
has...
door leads out to the windward balcony. From the dim gems on either side, you can see that it has been sealed to prevent guests from following Osha outside.
Well, perhaps I need to find something in these wings after all. Well, I suppose I should have expected crystals.
You find yourself in a small corridor that has been frozen over with ice. The icicles block the door leading into the Baron's room, clearly to deter someone from going inside.
Well, that's not going to do me much good. Is there anything here that I could do to break this apart? Absolutely not. Well, how about the other side? Oh, the Baron's room. Oh, of course. At least the other wing is less icy. Let's see, what about this? Well, perhaps not. There you go. Oh, by the way, I had replaced the... Ouch, 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 ouch. The... Oh, what is it again? Ah, yes. A sparky spell that I had with one that was fire, so that I could have some chance through here. Yeah, there we go. Signal crystal.
You hear a bell chime in the ballroom as you pull this lever.
Ooh, fun. That could be a problem. I hope that didn't disturb anyone. There you go. As long as I don't do something silly like throw cold spells at these creatures. There you go. Oh. Now, what have we got here? Probably another... Oh, no. Not another signal crystal yet. Alright. See. Well, certainly nobody large sleeps there. What about this place? Ah, the restroom. Let's see. Anything useful here? Well, there's a shrine if and when I need one, but I was hoping that there would be a signal crystal. Well, if it's not there, then is it back in the other wing and did I just melt things? Nothing there, but maybe something downstairs that has the other signal crystal. I didn't think about that. Let's just stay away from the party, people, so that I can handle this. Well, I heard a bell downstairs. I was thinking that perhaps something could be useful here. This court has such lovely festivities. Yeah, doesn't it? Alright, what's down this way? To the cellar. Hmm. Oh, yeah. It's gotta remember is that there are other levers. All right. Down around here. Ah. Despite your best efforts, the lever cannot be used. All right. Well, I'll have to look into that later, perhaps. Oh, interesting. Another way up the stairs. And oh, okay. There you go. Well,
A group of palace guards stand at attention in front of the Prince of Frost's quarters. You'll have to defeat them in order to enter.
ooh, Prince of Frost's quarters. Oh, I don't know if he's going to be happy about my going into his quarters. Oh, all right. That's interesting. Well, what's going to be in here? I didn't find anything there, so I came back into this room where I found the first signal crystal. This painting depicts the wintertide ballroom. Moving closer, its surface shimmers with magical energy, and you realize your hand can phase through the canvas. I want to step through it. I'm going to guess that sort of teleports you down to the ballroom or something like that. Maybe I better avoid doing that. Now, I'm trying to see, is there a second signal crystal here that I missed before? Because I just can't find one anywhere, and I would hope there would be one somewhere, but there isn't. So if there isn't one, how do I get in? And as much as I would like to go through this door, I don't see a lever for it, so I can't go into it. A signal crystal. Hello? Ah, Pine Flask, is it? The party has been abuzz about your arrival. From what I've heard, you'd been more than willing to do a small favor, wouldn't you? I have a message to relay to the Baroness in regards to a certain someone whose throne stands empty. Would you care to bring it to her? Well, I can't, but I'm busy. Perhaps we can help each other out? We Fey folk are no stranger to favors. I wouldn't dream of asking without offering anything in return. In exchange for ferrying this message to the Baroness, I am prepared to offer you something older than this palace in which you stand. Surely that would be worth a simple trip down the stairs on this errand? Do you have an agreement? Fine, I'll be back.
Squire Icebrook asks you to bring an urgent message to the Baroness. For reasons he will not divulge, this must remain a secret from the Prince of Frost.
Yeah, probably because he doesn't like hearing about the occupant of the other throne. Let's see. Hello. Yes? I have a message for you. Someone named Squire Icebrook asked me to pass it along to you. From the Baron. Not here. Anyone could be listening. Meet me at the wine cellar behind the barrels.
The Baroness refuses to take your message in front of the Prince and all her guests. She tells you to meet her downstairs in the wine cellar.
Now, I think I ran into a wine cellar. Yeah, this must be it. Yes, this looks like it could be a wine cellar. I completely forgot about this when I passed by it earlier.
The door to the treasure vault is bolted shut. Perhaps one of the waitstaff knows how to get inside.
Yeah, that's a possibility. But here is the kitchen. All right. What are you doing down here? Basement is for staff only. Okay, this isn't the wine cellar then? This is the wrong cellar. Okay. What is this? Why would I need to get into the treasure room? Oh, this is the wine cellar, this side of it. Hello? We should be safer here. Talking about my husband around the prince is a touchy subject these days. Here's some mention that my husband slandered the Prince of Frost's departed lover right in front of him. Not everyone thinks the Baron fled the palace out of fear of the prince's wrath, and the prince himself is outraged about the Baron's actions. Oh, now everyone thinks he. Yes. I've been waiting for word from him ever since he disappeared. Quick, hand me the letter. Did the Baron really say something that would upset the Prince of Frost? I don't know what to think. My husband has never vanished so readily without consulting me first. Whether it was about must have been important. But I doubt he would be so foolish as to talk in such an uncouth manner around the prince. He's ruled with me for nearly 1,000 years, and he has never run into such a scandal, especially not involving the Prince of Frost. In any case, this note should clear this up. Oh, thank goodness he's safe. He says not to worry. He's gone to our hunting lodge on some important business, but says he cannot disclose the true nature of his activities for fear of word spreading to the wrong people. There, you have it. I trust his word, as should you. But, nevertheless, I'll grow anxious if he doesn't return soon. Maybe I should send someone after him. Anyway, thank you, Pine Flask. I'll wait until we've separated to return to the ballroom. Act as though we never spoke, and share this with no one.
A wave of relief washes over the Baroness's face as she scans the letter. The Baron is alive and safe, but whatever he got himself into has kept him away from home.
All right, let's speak to the squire now. Message delivered, and she's accepted the message. Ah, my otherworldly friend. I trust that the Baroness received it then. Now to fulfill my end of the bargain, as I promised. For falling leaves and frost-bit trees, our court reigns above all. In winter's throes we topple foes, certain that everyone knows. Our count reigns above all. Court reigns above. In towers high and courtyards low, our palaces gleam afar. In bitter winds and storms and snow, our court reigns above all. There you are. A song written about this court from a minstrel who lived long before this palace was built. You're playing me with a song. I only specified a reward older than this palace. That old court anthem fits that description. Aye, ask any fay, and my debt for your service has been paid in kind. And that besides, you should be grateful that you had a chance to help the Baron and Baroness. That itself is payment enough.
Squire Icebrook promised to give you something older than the palace as payment for delivering his message to the Baroness. Getting a rendition of an old folk song wasn't exactly what you had in mind.
No, definitely not. All right, what happens if I go through the painting? This painting, yes, moving closer. All right, let's step through. Yes, that's...
You notice a bizarre painting depicting the Wintertide Ballroom. To your surprise, you're able to step through it and into the ballroom itself.
Interesting. Hold on. That's the... Is that the Baron? Is there a way to step through that portrait? No. It'd been nice if that would have led into the Baron's room or something like that. But no such luck. Oh. led me back here. Well, I'll just see if I can find any more paintings, because if there's a painting that can lead to the Baron's room, then I'll be able to get around. Like, there's a painting of the Baron right here, right around where his room is. Hmm. Ooh. What's this? Well, not exactly what I was looking for, but it'll do. It may do. I was expecting the painting, but this should do. Interesting.
Pulling this lever causes a bookshelf to slide out of position. You find yourself in the Royal Library, one of the rooms the Prince of Frost sealed away.
Well, 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 well. Aha, that's that. A mysterious painting to go down to the ballroom. A lever that leads back to there. Now let's see if we can find that signal crystal. Note, Hirschum was still here when our prince arrived. He mostly treated the satyr with the same icy contempt he holds for most everyone. The mental jousting between the Archfey never fails to exhaust me. By the end of the day, the reception ball preparations had begun in full swing, and I had just about enough of it all. I stepped out to the garden to get some fresh air, and strangely enough, there was Hirschum, conversing with some mysterious figure, and a woman I did not recognize. From the balcony overlooking the garden, they couldn't see me, but I saw them, and even worse, I heard what they discussed. Oh? Hmm. Hmm. Something weird happened, that's for sure. Oh, here's another note. The Prince of Frost is due to Bitterspine Palace in the morrow. Everyone, Hilda most of all, is agitated, to say the least. The fellow isn't too bad, assuming you don't rile his icy temper. Mind your manners, mind your tongue, and he minds himself in kind. To mark the occasion, the Prince of Satyrs came around as expected. He was acting quite oddly. He said there'd be a present for our beloved Archfey waiting for him at the reception ball. I have the faintest what he meant by it, but Hirschum has a certain predictable fondness for causing the Prince of Frost troubles and distress. Our ruler is a bit too easy for him to ruffle, I'd say, and no nonsense type wouldn't last long around Hirschum. He seems to delight in abject chaos. Hidden behind that mask of good humor, I'm certain there's a mind constantly turning with schemes for how best to make his enemies miserable. Now, that present then would have to be the flower, right? So, okay. And final note, the conversation between Hirschum and the mysterious stranger was brief. Hirschum said simply, "Not to worry, sir. Everything is going according to plan." And he mentioned a meeting taking place somewhere in the mountains. I don't trust the Satyr Prince. I don't know what he's up to, but it can't be good if someone as powerful as he still feels the need to skulk around. I should head out to the lodge at once and wait for him to appear. I'll tell Hilda what's going on when I arrive. Icebrook should have no problem replaying the message. All right.
Baron Bitterspine's diary reveals that he had learned Hirschum was plotting something with a mysterious stranger. The Baron followed the Archfey to a hunting lodge in the mountains, determined to learn more. But the Baron never returned.
Never returned. Yeah. Now, I was hoping that there would have been a lever for a signal crystal, but I did not find one. Ah,